Variation. Learning objective: to solve problems involving direct variation. When two variables are related in such a way that an increase in one results in an increase in the other, we say the variables are in direct variation. For example, the amount paid for buying petrol and quantity bought, the wages earned and hours worked, speed and distance traveled. Introduction. Consider that the amount A paid for buying petrol and quantity bought in liters is given by L. In symbols, we say that A is directly proportional to L. As an equation, we write it as A equals a certain constant times L. So K is referred to as the constant of proportionality. Some examples. Expressing proportional statements into mathematical formulae. Write the following into mathematical statements. Y varies directly as X. So this is written as Y varies directly as X. As an equation, we write as Y equals a constant X. II. S varies directly as the square of T. So we say S varies directly as T squared. That means that S is equal to a constant T squared. M is proportional to the cube of V. It means M is proportional to V cubed. As an equation, it will be M equals a constant V cubed. The weight W of a ball varies directly as the cube root of its radius. So we have W varies directly as the cube root of the radius R. As an equation, this will be W equals a given constant cube root of R. Finally, the circumference C of a circle is proportional to the diameter D. So we say C is proportional to D. Therefore, we have C equals a constant D. Example. It cost Mr. Jones £12 to buy 4 liters of petrol. Write an expression in terms of the cost C and liters L. So we say C is directly proportional to L. That means C equals a constant L. But we are given C to be 12 when L is 4. So we substitute that in here. That means that 12 equals a constant times 4. Therefore, K is 3 because 4 times 3 will be 12, so K is 3. That implies that our formula, which is here, should therefore be C equals 3L. This is our formula. So that is C in terms of L. Let's try some exam style questions. Y varies directly as X. Given that Y is 15 when X is 3, obtain an expression for Y in terms of X. So it says that Y varies directly as X. This implies Y is meant to be equal to a certain constant Kx. But we are given Y to be 15 when X is 3. So we substitute this in this equation. So we're going to get 15 equals K times 3. That means that our K, because K in 5 times 3 is 15, it means K is 5. Hence, our formula is y equals 5x. Find y when x is 10. We know from here that y equals 5x. We are given x to be 10, therefore y will be equal to 5 times 10, which gives us 50. Hence our y is 50. Question 2. Y varies directly as the square of x. So we have y is proportional to kx squared. That means y equals a constant. Y is proportional to x squared. Therefore, y as a formula equals kx squared. We're given y to be 24 when x is 2. Therefore, we're going to have 24 equals constant 2 squared. That means k times 4 is 24. Hence our k is going to be 24 over 4, which is 6. Implying that our formula should therefore be y equals 6x squared. So we now have y equals 6x squared, and we are given x to be 1.5. So put that here, substitute that in here to get y equals 6 into 1.5 squared. This you can easily put in your calculator to have 6 into 1.5 squared to give you 13.5. Therefore y equals 13.5. Three, m varies directly as the square root of x. So we have m varies directly as the square root of x. Therefore, m is going to be equal to a constant square root of x. We are given x to be 81 when m is 18. That means we're going to have 18 equals k into the square root of 81. We know that the square root of 81 is 9, so we're going to get k times 9 equals 18. Therefore, our k is 2. Hence, the formula is going to be m equals 2 square root of x. We know our formula to be m equals 2 square root of x. This time we are given x to be 100. So we're going to get m equals 2 times the square root of 100. That gives us 2 times square root of 100 is 10. Therefore, m is 20. This time we want to find the value of x when y is m. When m is 12. We want to find the value of x when m is 12. We have the formula m equals 2 square root of x. We know m to be 12, which is given. Therefore, we have 12 equals 2 square root of x. We're going to divide by 2 to get 6 equals square root of x. Then to get x, we take the square of both ends to get 6 squared equals x. Therefore, x is 36. Question 4. Y is directly proportional to the square of u. So we start by having, let's do a here. V is directly proportional to the square of u. So we say v is directly proportional to u squared. That means that v equals a constant u squared. we are given v to be equals to 8 when u is 1/4. We substitute that into here to give us 8 equals k times 1/4 squared. That means 8 equals k times 1/16, meaning our k will be equal to 8 times 16. Put in your calculator. 8 times 16 will give you 128. K is 128. Therefore, our formula is V equals 128 U squared. Hence, for B, we want U when V is 8. So we're going to get 8 equals 128 U squared. So we get 8 over 128 equals U squared. Therefore, U will be equal to the square root of 8 over 128. And that will give us, put that in your calculator, square root of 8 divided by 128. And that will give us 1/4 as well. Therefore, U equals 1/4, and you're done.